Good evening, everybody. So I'm gonna continue the drawing of the the hand, the palmar surface of the hand. Actually, I'm gonna cover a few other bits here that are relevant for your understanding of the edges of the carpal groove. So I'm gonna start here with the first metatarsal bone, following the second metatarsal bone, then we have here the third one, followed by the fourth metacarpal bone, and then the fifth metacarpal bone. Okay, we have the 5 metacarpal bones here, represented in this way. Now I'm gonna draw below the carpal bones. Trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and then we have the hamate bone here. We have an important area here that is actually representing the hook of the hamate bone. I use I bought some color pencils, this black is collection of Faber-Castell. So this is my first time using these color pencils here during one of my lives. So I'm gonna use this one here. I hope the color is bright and nice enough to at least distinguish a few bits from the other areas. Then we have the scaphoid. Scaphoid bone here. Lunate bone. This is the lunate bone. Then we have the trichotron. Thank you for the likes, but guys, the likes here works in a different way. You need to, if you want to help me, there is a like here. You should click on something like this, and then will give me a like, a proper like. Otherwise, it's just like a tap on the screen that doesn't work on YouTube as usually works on TikTok, ok? Pessoal, se você não entendeu inglês, esses taps na telinha não fazem muita diferença aqui no YouTube, tá? Se tu quiser ajudar, tem que dar um like realmente, um like real. Que daí sim vai marcar. Do contrário, não marca. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Back to this part here. Well, the palmar surface of the carpus, you will notice that is concave. Is concave, and this is especially to form the carpal groove. The lateral edge of the carpal bone, which is this part here, the carpal groove, is formed by the tubercle of the scaphoid bone, tubercle of the scaphoid bone, and the tubercle of the trapezium. And the medial, which is this part here of the pinky. Sorry, I don't speak Russian or Ukrainian, but thank you. I guess. I don't think that it's possible to translate the message. Yeah, I cannot translate the message, sorry. Let me try again. Might have some way. No, it doesn't look like it's possible to translate, sorry. But thank you, Zakansky. Thank you. Okay, then we have the medial. Okay, well, the medial edge of the carpal groove is formed by the pisiform, and the hook of the hamate. There is a mnemonic to memorize, to quick memorize the bones of the first and the second row of the carpal bones. We have here for the first row, scaphoid, lunate, trichotron, and pisiform. So long to pinky, so long to pinky. Then we have here trapezium, trapezoid, captate, hamate. So long to pinky. How is the other part? I completely forgot. So long to pinky. Wait a second. Okay, got it. So long to pinky. Here, hamate comes. Here comes. Sorry, captate. To. Here comes the thumb. Yeah, here comes the thumb. Yeah. So long to pinky. Here comes to the thumb. I hope that this mnemonic helps you to quick remember the 8 bones of the carpal bones. The 8 carpal bones. Yeah. So the two edges of the groove will basically give attachment to the flexor retinaculum, and that will transform the groove into the carpal tunnel, basically. So remember that the flexor retinaculum has the lateral edge and the medial edge. Both edges will form the groove, the carpal groove. Okay, and then and then they will form the carpal tunnel. Hi, Alexander. How are you doing? Following, moving to the next topic, which is the surface landmarks on the front of the wrist. So we're going to start drawing the hand here. Where are you from, Alexander? Guys, as you join the live, just introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. Is anatomy something that you like to learn, or is something that you have to learn? Because there is a difference between like and have to do something, no? Some people don't like, but they have to do. And it's okay as well. United States, cool. Welcome to my streaming. So today I'm gonna actually talking about the bones of the hand, landmarks, at the same time that I draw. Ah, okay, no worries. It's okay. I hope you have a nice time. It's Saturday. Enjoy with your family. Next time you join my live and you draw a bit with me. Okay, basically we have the palmar surface of the hand here. And here are the two important landmarks that I want to mark for you. Actually, we have another one here. Well, let's talk about this line here. This line here. And then we're gonna talk about this other line here. Okay, this one is called the distal transverse crease of the wrist. Bye. Distal transverse crease of the wrist. Okay? Here. And then we have the proximal one here. Okay, both are transverse. Then we have the approximately here. Let me just try to palpate. Approximately here we have the hook of a hamate. Okay, the hook of hamate. And then here we have the psiform bone. Close to the distal crease. Hi, Luca. How are you doing? So this one, let me come back to this, to my new Faber-Castell Black edition. This one is the hook of hamate. I'm not sure if the paper is good, but I don't know. Let's see. I will keep using this pencil. I also don't want to invest in expensive pencils because I cannot afford at the moment. I still need to make this channel get more views, to be honest. And nice, Luca. Where are you from? So the psiform and the hook of hamate, psiform and the hook of the hamate, both can be felt on the medial side of the front of the wrist. So, which are these two areas that I show you here. Okay. Hook of hamate, psiform here. Now, turning over. Okay. We are going to see the back of the dorsal aspect of the carpal bones. The dorsal aspect of the carpal bones. Let's start drawing. Probably, maybe, I guess I can put here, maybe. Yeah, let me just draw start with the, again, metacarpal bones. But I will not illustrate them like those above. Okay, here are the metacarpal bones. Now, remember, so long to pinky. Here here comes the thumb. We need to think in the same way, but from the back. So considering that here is the thumb, this one, which bone do you think that is this one? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. This one is the trapezium. Trapezium. And this one. Which one do you think that's this one? Which one is the neighbor of trapezium? Trapezoid. Which one is the neighbor of trapezoid? Laterally. Captate. And then the one that rests is the hamate. Here, below, which one do you think that is this one? We have 4 bones on the first row. But I want to show you something. It's not well represented, but, well, we have 3 bones on the first row. Why? Why you think that we have 3 bones on the first row? Here's the first row from the palmar aspect, and here is the first row from the dorsal aspect. I will do this. I will change the colors. Robin. I don't know if there is something tricky that you want to me. I don't know if this is some kind of joke, but well, I said you didn't say to repeat multiple times. Okay, here we have the bones of the second row. Okay, the reason why you can only see 3 bones here on the dorsal aspect of the carpal bones is because in the first row especially, it's because the psiform is located anterior to the trichotron. So here for the dorsal aspect, you will see that the psiform is posterior to the trichotron. So this is the reason why you cannot see. And again, here we have all the same bones: trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate, scaphoid, lunate, and then trichotron. Now, I'm gonna do another one, another drawing. Maybe I can continue here in this drawing. I'm gonna do the insertion. Oh, sorry. Almost sipping. The insertion. Let's say that the origin will be, for the origin, I'm gonna use the blue color, the red color, and for the insertion, I'm gonna use the red color. Okay, insertion, red color. As I suspected, the color just is nice and bright. But looks like I will have to sharpen the pencil many times. It looks like I will have to do this many times. Well, here we have the, what is the, here we have the insertion, considering that this is the 50th metacarpal. We have the insertion of extensor carpi ulnaris, okay? Extensor carpi ulnaris, and we'll insert into the dorsal surface of the base of the 5th metatarsal. Here we have other 3 areas. This one is for the insertion of extensor carpi radialis brevis. Extensor carpi radialis brevis. And we will insert into the dorsal surface of the base of the 3rd metacarpal. This one, insertion of the extensor carpi radialis longus. radialis longus. Why radialis? Because it's coming from the radius, radius aspect. Okay, radius and ulna, don't forget. Insertion for the extensor carpi ulnaris, insertion for the extensor carpi radialis brevis, longus, and the extensor, actually the, sorry, is actually the abductor pollicis longus. Why abductor? Because then we'll open the thumb away from the midline, okay? Abduction of the thumb. Moving to the lateral side of the base, and it will insert here wired to the lateral side, because you can see here that the insertion is more towards the lateral aspect, which means that is on the lateral side of the base of the first metacarpal bone, which is the metacarpal bone of the thumb. Okay, now we're gonna move to back to the carpal bones. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna complete this drawing. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this will be the full drawing. When you flex the fingers like this, you are going to see the knuckles, and basically the knuckles are formed by the head of the metacarpal bones. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the support. If you don't follow me, consider to follow me. I do this kind of live streamings every evening, UK time at 8, probably 8:30. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not quite precise, disciplined with the time that I decided to do my lives, but yeah, approximately this time. So here we have the 5 bones, which are always numbered from the lateral to medial. Lateral with the palm facing forward, okay? And the metacarpal bone of the thumb is the first one, and then the little finger is the 5th one. The medial 4 bones will lie side by side, but that of the thumb lies on a more anterior plane. Let me just show you. If you see, like this. If you relax your hand, your thumb will be slightly positioned to this way, okay? And is rotated medially. Look, if you try to put the digits like the other digits, it will be impossible unless you have a very flexible hand, but basically rotates inward medially. Now, if you see these 5 bones from a cross section, it's pretty much like the metacarpal, first metacarpal, then we have the second, third, fourth, and then the 5th metacarpal bone. And then we can trace a line, a curved line like this, again demonstrating the concave shape of the hand, the palmar surface of the hand. So the metacarpal bones here will be arranged in this arched form, which is compared to the transverse arch of the foot, because we also have a transverse arch on the foot. The lateral four metacarpal bones, which are the second, third, index to little finger, they will lie side by side, and they have a palmar surface and the dorsal surface. Pretty much straightforward to memorize and understand the exactly position of these four metacarpal bones. But the thumb here will lie in a more anterior plane and is rotated medially, and it's also rounded because the long axis has this angle of 90 degrees. And as a result of this rotation, the dorsal surface is directly laterally, as you can see here. Dorsal surface of the metacarpal, first metacarpal is more laterally, and the palmar surface is directly medially. So this is the dorsal surface of the first metacarpal. Then we have the dorsal surface of the medial four metacarpals, the palmar surface of the first metacarpal, and the palmar surface of the other four metacarpals. Sorry, here. Okay. Again, remember that it has this arch. Let me just highlight with a color here just to keep more visual represented. I'm gonna use the green one. As I use the different colors, I will also test the pencils to see if it is the kind of pencil that I'm gonna use in the future. And I also would like to know your opinion. If you like the colors, if the colors are bright enough, is easy to visualize. I could probably do with my digital tablet, but I'm much more into streaming, doing this classical drawing. I like. I'm not sure about you. Okay, guys, for the attachment areas, I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow. I really appreciated your time. I really appreciate your time here with me. But I have to go. I'm not sure if you enjoyed the topic. I will try to tomorrow to stay for a little while. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Support my channel. As you can see, my channel is not that big, but with your help, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. And you will also help me as I help you with my drawings, with this information about anatomy, very soon about physiology too. And I will probably start talking about other stuffs that are more directly related with my PhD. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time.